Welcome to a new video, friends. Today I will share with you what to do to get on the path to a promotion, how and when to do it to increase your chances of getting it. So yeah, in a nutshell, a lot of good ideas today that I hope will inspire you. And if you can stay through the end of this video, you can find out what I'll email this Friday, because it will be equally important to know those things as well. So let's get started. Please grab something to write with and enjoy this video. Strategy number 1. No respectable promoted person gets where they are without knowing the ins and outs of their company. It doesn't matter if the company you work for picks up trash or invents iPhones. Promotion is promotion, and the people who are invested in their companies are the ones who get it. Well, most of the time that is anyway. You know who you are. People who sleep with their bosses. In all seriousness, really learn your company's history, their competitors and what their competitors are up to, the company's latest endeavors and challenges, and don't just stop there. Show your value by learning everything you can about the industry and how the things your company does can be applied throughout different verticals as well, because bringing the context of your organization to the real world is of great value. It will inspire new ideas in you that can benefit the company, and that, my friend, will get you noticed. All those people you see coming up with great ideas left and right you wish you thought of, they don't just come out of thin air. They get inspired because their brains are full of relevant knowledge that will trigger those kinds of thoughts. Number 2, rather than simply doing what you're told, blow your boss's mind by being proactive. True story. Many years ago, I got a job as a quality auditor for a Medicare Advantage company. I had never been in Medicare at that time, and I had never been in auditing. So I swear to God, I think I got the job because I nailed the interview, and I made a whole video about how to kill an interview. Anyway, I went through the training where I literally, for the first time in my life, learned the things I was going to critique multiple nationwide call centers on. And 2 weeks later, I started doing the job, which essentially was to audit calls and provide feedback to the representatives as it was needed. I freaking hated the job. I only did it because I needed the money, but still, you never know what opportunities can come and from where. So I bit the bullet and I stayed focused on only doing my best. And about a month into the job, I started noticing some trends in calls and realized that some of the reps on the phone were winging it because they didn't know how to answer. So I decided to create an outline of a document where I not only listed different answer options for the common inquiries they were getting, but I also thought that they should all have basic sales and retention knowledge. So I made some outlines for those things as well. I went to my boss, I explained what's going on, and presented my idea with the outline that I had already created. I told her that if she likes what she sees, I'll be more than happy to develop on that and help elevate the training curriculum. And you guys, my boss presented it to her boss, and both of them loved the idea. And they asked me not only to develop that content, but teach it to all their representatives across the country. True story, I swear. Had I not given a shit about the way I do my work, I may never have gotten inspiration, and that never would have developed into what it actually became. Many people can do what they're told, but not everybody will fix something if they see a problem. Not everybody will do something extra that needs doing. The people writing the checks will appreciate the vision, and your value to the company will increase exponentially if you follow this tip. And that's a great way to look at it. How can I make myself more valuable to this company? Keep asking yourself this question until you start getting your answers, and trust me, the answers will come. Strategy number 3 is to build relationships with the other departments. There are many reasons for that, and I'm going to go over 2 of them. First is that departments intertwine, and if you have met and engaged with other departments, you'll be the more obvious choice for your boss to say, why don't you go handle that if need be. Second reason is that the more people see you and the more people you create a pleasant connection with, the more your popularity ranking will increase, and that is a huge asset, which segues into strategy number 4. Be popular. In a perfect world, promotions would be awarded solely based on merit. In real life, however, office politics play a role into who gets a promotion and who doesn't. No matter how you feel about your coworkers, don't let your emotions toward people who perhaps are unworthy of them get in the way of you advancing in your career. Those people are not supposed to be in the way of you making more money. Smile to everybody. Be kind and helpful to everybody. Everybody ultimately will get their retribution. You You need to worry about your life and your future. So be honey, develop relationships with a focus on moving toward the circle of people who are more influential and make decisions in the company. This is a great time to be proactive, to develop and improve your people skills, to be present at company events and get involved in them. So work on increasing your popularity factor, but don't be a brown noser. In other words, for my international friends, don't be a kiss ass, because that is always ever so obvious and it's not respected. Be the kindest version of yourself. Help others. Focus on your work and try avoiding office drama. Don't get involved in the gossips. Find ways to remove yourself gracefully every time you need to, and never burn bridges with anybody. If you'll be promoted, other people will take their cues from you. So you have to lead by example and show how you are capable of being a leader even before becoming one. Strategy number 5 is to do the best you possibly can, no matter how you feel about the job or the people you work with. Excellent performance reviews are part of what will get you the promotion. That means good attendance, punctuality, showing up 10 minutes earlier and leaving 10 minutes after your shift has ended, and of course that willingness we talked about earlier to go the extra mile and not settle for being confined to the limits of your job description. Now, here's something that I used to do. I started paying attention to my boss's schedules, when they were asking for things and what they were asking for. In one of my personal notebooks, I would keep a log of that. Not in a stalker way, but in a way that allowed me to start noticing some habits and trends. For example, an old boss of mine was always asking for certain reports either on the second Wednesday or the third Thursday of every month, which was relatively odd. So every second Wednesday of the month, I wouldn't wait to be asked for stuff. I would go up to her and say, "Hi, good morning. I know you like to get your updates today, so I'm prepared. Just let me know when you would like to do this." Pay attention to your boss's schedule and their routine, and think about how you can anticipate their next move and be prepared for it and stand out. Strategy number 7 is to seek out new skills, especially learning a second or a third language if you haven't already. Because of the globalization of our culture, more and more companies will be looking for people that know multiple languages. Not to mention that if you're working for an international company, that means more promotion opportunities, because now you have broad options as well. One thing I've been doing since I came to the States has been the gap analysis. Basically, take the career goal you have in mind. Take a look at several descriptions posted for that kind of job opening. Then analyze where your current skills and qualifications are compared to where they need to be. Then plan out how you'll be filling in that gap and over what period of time. Strategy number 8. You know how some people say, own up to your mistake? Well, I recommend not waiting for that. Too many people try to cover up their mistakes, and only once they surface is when they take accountability. Hopefully, because there are still people out there that don't. Everybody makes mistakes, and what I recommend is to not be afraid of going to your boss and giving him or her a simple and short heads up and synopsis of what has happened. The key when doing that is to already have a solution in place, or even better yet, mention the steps you've already taken to mitigate the problem. Strategy number 9, and one that is extremely overlooked, is to think of your promotion as a win-win, not only for you, but for your boss as well. Your boss needs to see the benefits of your promotion in ways that will benefit everybody, including him or her. That could be the way maybe your untapped skills could benefit one of their initiatives. Either way, think about it and make sure that you getting promoted is seen as a benefit, not just for you, but for your supervisor as well. That is a good trick. Now, you probably have heard me say many times over that a mouth that doesn't ask doesn't get fed. This couldn't be any truer in this instance. Don't be afraid to tell your superiors about your career goals. Expressing your willingness to grow and serve your department and your company shouldn't be expressed only when word of a promotion rolls around, because you guys, by the time you hear about it, internally, those supervisors could have already picked somebody out. You need to work hard, do a good job, and make sure that the right people know you want a promotion, even if one is not available yet. And here's what. To help you increase your powers of persuasion, here are some helpful tips. First, it's best to talk about things like getting a promotion or a raise on a Thursday or Friday. Conventional wisdom tells us that people are more fresh at the beginning of the week, and that's why Mondays and Tuesdays would be great days for this kinds of chats. But new research shows that the beginning of the week is actually all about meeting goals and getting organized and planning the week. And because people are so focused on their own work and their own things they gotta do, having this conversation will not be the most productive for you. So please keep that in mind and go about having these conversations on Thursdays or Fridays. Also, it's best to have any promotion or raise talk early in the day because apparently, according to a study published in Psychological Science, that is when your boss is more likely to be more moral. The participants in the study they did were less likely to engage in unethical behavior in the morning than they would be while performing the same tasks in the afternoon. So the moral of the story is, I love me some good puns. The moral of the story is that having this sort of conversation in the morning will be to your advantage. Please remember that promotions don't just happen overnight. You have to be realistic with yourself, not only about your qualifications and your job performance, but also the time it will take to get there as well. And if you were passed over a couple of promotions, maybe there's something your manager is not telling you. So you definitely want to find out if there are any skills required that you don't have maybe, or what the reason was that you got passed over and what you could do to get there next round. This is not the time to complain or feel sorry for yourself. You have to show strength and you have to show logic. Now, if the job realistically seems to be at a dead end, it is time to look for better opportunities elsewhere and of course find a company that will give you room to grow. Two things here though. Don't jump the gun in assuming that there's no room to grow at your current place, and never assume that it will take less time to get promoted at a new place. No matter where you work, you will still have to follow the same principles and strategies we talked about today and have a little bit of patience. If this video helped inspire you, please like it. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I make videos in 5 different categories, which you can see in the different playlists I have on my channel. And please keep an eye out for the email that will go out this Friday, because in it I am sharing with you the don'ts that you should totally avoid if you want a promotion. You should not only know what to do, but what to avoid as well. And that's how you'll be equipped with the most amount of knowledge and increase your chances of success, which is what I really want for you. Please follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Periscope. I love you for watching. May good luck and fortune follow you everywhere you go today and every day. And I'll see you Friday in a new video. Bye!